Marcel Chinchik will be starting from third, but it's Dara McCormack and Kevin Siggy on the front row of the grid as we get racing in what could be the final race of ESL R1. It's McCormack heading his way into the first corner and hanging onto the race lead. Marcel Chinchik being fought off because James Baldwin's trying to come around the outside. Look at the run that Kevin Siggy's got as we head down the hill towards Eau Rouge and Radion, but it's going to be back to single file for the most much of a cleaner start compared to the previous race, and McCormack holds onto the lead, but I get the feeling that Kevin Siggy's going to be coming through as Baldwin's out wide.
Very wide, and Enzo Benito's going to benefit from this, so will Luke Bennett. He'll look to make it 3 wide, but can't find the space here. He's blocked in. Meanwhile, Kevin Siggy's going for the lead. Darren McCormack forced to defend on the inside. He can't go through, can Siggy. It's McCormack, Siggy, then Chinchik, your top 3.
Joshua Rogers trying to make a move on Yuri Toman as they come down towards Lake Com, so he's going to be down the inside. Round of applause for that move. Joshua Rogers up into 9th position. Unfortunately, it's not quite been the day for the number 92, but he's been pushing hard in a solo effort here for the Porsche Coanda squad. Here comes Siggy, the Slovenian, and he is closing in. This could be bad for Dara McCormack. Here comes Kevin Siggy. Oh, he was almost going to bump draft him there, but pulls out to the right-hand side last moment, and Kevin Siggy's going to send it around the outside. Is it going to be good enough? He hits over the curb. There's contact between the two. There's pressure between the two, and he squeezed him off. That's bad for Dara McCormack. He's been pushed off, and here comes Marcel Chinchik. Here comes James Baldwin as well.
Baldwin very nearly got alongside Chinchik, who wasn't quite convinced enough that he could make that move. Let's have a look at the incident itself.
Yeah, so you've got Kevin Siggy going around the outside. It's the second portion of this, so there's a little bit of contact. There's a bit of a squeeze there.
I think he's left space actually.
No, he left space. Absolutely 110% from that angle. You can see it there. McCormack just drives onto the curb.
Moritz Lerner is probably the most likely to make a move here on Enzo Benito, who's having one of his better races of the day. He was P5 last time at Spa. This time, what will it be for him? It won't be the top 5 at the moment. Lerner goes to the outside of him in towards Lecom. He pulls in front just in time, and that will get a round of applause because he's up to 6th place. 2 laps at the line. We've got side by side for the lead though. Siggy forced to defend late. It's almost a mirror image of what we saw earlier. Darren McCormack round the outside through the first part to give him the inside at the second. Marcel Chinchik hangs back. He's going to go through. Marcel Chinchik takes the lead.
Wow, could you imagine the heart rate right now of Marcel Chinchik as here comes James Baldwin down the inside. He sent it in on Kevin Siggy. It's absolutely dramatic as Dara McCormack has been sent round, but this is massive. It could be over. We could be done in a couple of laps as Marcel Chinchik at the front. Has James Baldwin got the speed? We know he's quick blade on, but that Audi R8 has the tyres to fight it. Let's take a look. So Dara McCormack gets to the outside. They go their way through. It was almost a carbon copy, but the other way around as on the previous lap. McCormack to the inside, squeezed over there, side by side brilliantly. Kevin Siggy stays on the road, leads it to the inside. I think there might have been a bit of a squeeze there from McCormack as well.
It's time to put the title on the line right now in the final lap of race 5. Baldwin mounts the curb on the World Hill through Eau Rouge. It's a good run out of Radion though.
He's
going to have the slipstream on the Kemmel Straight and the chance to go through.
Let's see if Baldwin can do it. What's Marcel Chinchik going to do? The inside line's being taken, but it could have been a bit of a squeeze there from Marcel Chinchik. Baldwin's still got the overlap. He's going to send himself into Lake Com. They're side by side between the top 2, and let's see what Marcel Chinchik can do. He's to the outside of Malmedy, and the crowd goes wild. James Baldwin takes the lead.
He's got to defend into the hairpin as well here. Chinchik's going to lay it all on the line. He'll be so fast through the middle sector. He has been all weekend. He's done fantastically well to get himself in this position. James Baldwin right now is currently preventing Marcel Chinchik from winning this, and he's putting himself in finalist mode as well. Last straight, last chicane coming up right now. Chinchik will have to do an almighty dive, but it could be on here.
Here he comes up towards Blanchimont. Marcel Chinchik. The crowd is going to hold their breath. Let's see what happens. Too much curb being taken. James Baldwin, is he going to be open here as we come down towards the bus stop? Chinchik's going to try something here. He's going to get to the outside. It's not going to be enough. We're going to need another race, and James Baldwin enters finalist mode with a fantastic win at Spa. Marcel Chinchik, second place. Listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. What an atmosphere, what a drive. That was heart in mouth for 7 of the most thrilling laps.
Into the final corner. He will come right now, your championship leader as things stand. Out of the final turn, it will be a 53-0. Marcel Chinchik has put the pressure right on to James Baldwin.
And did you see Haniyovski's reaction? He was happy about it. He was happy to see his mate go on to pole. This could be it for Marcel Chinchik. James Baldwin, it's slower by 1/10 of a second. In the final corner he goes. Up towards the line. Can James Baldwin grab something? Can he get something special? Oh, it's pole! 52.984! Baldwin does it! He puts one over Marcel Chinchik. Could it be a front row lockout for the finalist drivers?
Enzo Benito and Yoni Tormler will be on the back row ahead of Yuri Toman and Josh Rogers, who needs to win this race to get into finalist mode. Moritz Lerner and Luke Bennett are in 8th and 7th. Bennett needing as top 6 to get into finalist mode for the next race. Kevin Siggy and Marco Page are on the road just in front of them, with McCormack and Niofsky both within 1/10 of eventual pole winner James Baldwin, who's alongside Marcel Chinchik on this front row. Here we go. It's Chinchik and Baldwin on the front row. Marcel Chinchik in the Audi on your left-hand side of your screen. James Baldwin is on the right-hand side. Let's get the lights on and get this race underway. James Baldwin with a good initial launch there as Chinchik tries to hold on to second at the very least from Darren McCormack into the first corner. Erhan Yoyoski will do his best to assist as well as Marco Payet makes his way round the outside. He's too deep on the brakes. He'll fall backwards. It's Chinchik following Baldwin out of the first turn.
Haniyovski is going to be really important for him to fend off Darren McCormack here. We're coming to the end of the Mercedes Arena section, and at the moment McCormack said to get around the outside and give him the inside as they come through the likes of 3 and 4. As they depart though, Baldwin is leading, Chinchik is second, 2 finalists first and second. Could this be the last race as we head down to the likes of Ford and Valvoline? Haniyovski's got a weight on his shoulders to try and assist his teammate. He's not going after Baldwin, he's keeping everyone behind and letting his teammate do the work.
Baldwin forced to defend it towards turn 1, the first sign of battle between the two. Chinchik gets to the inside, just the first little punches being thrown.
Yeah, that was a slight, hit jab. That's where I got my bruise from yesterday. That's just where that's all starting right now. Oh my goodness me! Sorry, we're a bit tense here up on the stage here, watching down on this. They could be close to being a dive bomb here as Marcel Chinchik is closing in. James Baldwin feeling the defensive move. The mirrors are being fooled. Is it going to be straight on from Baldwin? It's a little bit deep.
So deep on the brakes from James Baldwin, but Marcel Chinchik is not close enough to take advantage. Now, last time this happened, Baldwin was able to just stretch his legs and move away from Chinchik a little bit. That hasn't happened this time. It probably won't either. This is an all-out scrap to the end now.
Could it be the final race as Marcel Chinchik feels the mirrors heading down into the first corner? It's tight, it's deep, there's almost contact. Chinchik's close, but it's well judged by Baldwin.
It's almost a replay of the previous lap again. Chinchik is starting to maybe get concerned that he won't be able to get through here, is he? He looks up the inside of turn 3. Baldwin gives him a little avenue to go down, and he just about gets alongside. Chinchik can't go through though. Baldwin stays in front and survives another attack.
James Baldwin continues to lead.
Very nearly went down the inside there, did Chinchik. Baldwin forced to defend. Chinchik gets into the back of him. They're side by side.
Yeah,
he
that
backs off a little bit because that would not have stood.
Yeah, let them race, that is for sure. That was just a bit of contact, but Marcel Chinchik read it brilliantly. But is he going to make any contact again? They're heading up towards that chicane, they're heading up towards the backstretch as they head their way through it. Once again, James Baldwin is feeling the pressure from 2 RHGs behind her. Haniyovski will surely back off just a little bit. He doesn't want to get involved with Marcel Chinchik at all. He wants to let his teammate get on with what he's getting on with. Quarter of a second between them as they head through Ad Van Bogen. Is there going to be a move up towards the NGK chicane?
Don't know if there will be here. Baldwin should have enough, but it should all be about turn 1. It will come down to the final lap. We saw this at Spa. We saw these two drivers fighting it out. We knew that that was the moment that Chinchik and Baldwin were going to fight over it. Baldwin won the race. Chinchik forced to go to another one. Now he has the chance to go through.
Yeah, 5 kilometres then left to go. We had a fantastic finale at Spa. Are we going to get one here as well? Down towards the first corner, James Baldwin's going to go. Is there going to be a mistake? The mirrors are being filled. Marcel Chinchik's trying everything he can. He was denied. Oh, he almost got hit by his teammate as well in Haniyovski. Surely he's going to back off now as the doors open for Chinchik to try something. It's not quite there, and Baldwin is able to hang on.
Chinchik has got to try something here. Baldwin knows that as well. He's on the defensive again into the right-hander. He's not got a very good run. Marcel Chinchik will have a go down here.
He's tried it before, he'll try it again. The defensive line's being taken by Baldwin, but is he going to run wide? Marcel Chinchik's going to try it. He's got the inside line as Baldwin as they head through the Dunlop curve up towards the Schumacher-S, and Baldwin is able to hang on for now. There's only one really major overtaking opportunity, the NGK chicane, and can Baldwin do it, but he's wide.
He gets a great run through the Schumacher-S, does Chinchik. There might be a chance into the left-hander here. He goes for it down the inside. Very close. Baldwin doesn't get past there. Chinchik is going to try and go through on the inside of the right-hander. He just pulls back for the moment. He'll get the run out of this corner. It will come down to the very final chicane.
Let's see then. We've got 3 corners left to go. We've got James Baldwin in the lead. We've got Marcel Chinchik trying it. He's going to get to the outside. He's going to commit as we head into NGK. There's nothing being left on the table. There's contact between the two. And James Baldwin, I think, might have been sent around. Marcel Chinchik gets a slowdown. And Erhan Yuyovsky is going to come through to win. It is not done yet. Yuyovsky on top, McCormack behind, and Siggy as well. It's not over. We need a 7th.
Can you believe it? Unbelievable. Erhan Yuyovsky wins the race. And somehow, nobody's going to be happy about this.
Absolutely no one is.
Mercedes and RAT are shaking their heads. They're sat next to each other. They must want to fight at the minute. So this is coming down towards the final chicane for the final time. Chinchik squeezed, of course, as much as possible. Baldwin doesn't give a lot of room to Chinchik, I've got to say. And then Yuyovsky gets into him.
Entering finalist mode as Dara McCormack and Joni Tormela start the front row of the grid. Our finalists on row 2 as we get racing here at the Hockenheim Ring. It's a poor start from Marcel Chinchik though. He's going to drop back into 6th position and maybe even 7th as well as we head into the first corner. I think that might be Bennett through. It's Enzo Benito through, and it's a disaster for one of our finalists.
It certainly is. James Baldwin got off to a good start though. He's up to 3rd and probably would have passed Chinchik anyway. Side by side. Through the second turn they'll go. As you say, Bennett and Benito both trying to go through as Lerner and Payet go side by side behind as well.
Yeah, there's the side by side there between Chinchik and Benito. It's going to take us down towards the hairpin. I don't know how hard Benito's going to fight this, but surely he is. It's tight for the race lead as well as Joni Tormela is going to try and do something on Dara McCormack getting down to the hairpin, but he's gone wide. Is it going to be opening an opportunity for the Mercedes to come through as well as we head up and out of the hairpin, up towards the King, up through into the Mercedes arena section? Can James Baldwin do anything? I think he's a little too far back, but Joni Tormela isn't.
This is important now. Dara McCormack side by side very nearly with Joni Tormela. Tormela can't really reach finalist mode in the next 3 races even. He's got to spend to try and get up there. He needs every single point he can. So while McCormack may be thinking, I need to prevent Baldwin from winning, Tormela's not in that mindset.
Yeah, he's just, I need to win. I need to win. I don't care about anything else. It is only the victories that matter for me.
Is this going to be the one for Baldwin? It's looking less and less likely with every moment he spends behind Joni Tormela. He has to go now, and he will do. Inside line at the hairpin. Surely this will be the move for James Baldwin. Josh Rogers will want to get through here as well because he needs a podium right now in this race. Baldwin will be through to 2nd place, and here comes Josh Rogers as well.
That is getting a round of applause, and guess who might come through? Might hear some more screams coming from the Porsche Coanda bunch as Joni Tormela's feeling the pressure. Josh Rogers not able to come through. James Baldwin up towards 2nd position, but he needs one more if we're to be over here at the Hockenheim Ring. They get the feeling this might be it. Porsche Coanda, Joshua Rogers closing in, looks down the inside of Joni Tormela. He's sending it to the hairpin. He's down the inside of the BMW. A little bit of contact between the two, and the 51 with the outside line could have the drag off the corner and might well open him up to the opportunity from Bennett.
And Josh Rogers has to tuck in. Luke Bennett will get involved now as well, where he made that dive yesterday, of course, that caused so much problem. Here comes Josh Rogers down the inside of Joni Tormela, and Luke Bennett will make it 3 wide. There he goes on the outside line. Oh, and Tormela's off. Josh Rogers goes through to 3rd place. Where on earth is Joni Tormela? He's off the road somewhere. He's off in the back. You can see 12th place for Joni Tormela. Luke Bennett moves up as well, but Josh Rogers is in an all-important podium place. He's gaining a lot of time. He'll be having a go for this. He looks to the inside, he looks to the outside. Dara McCormack defends on the inside line. They're both late on the brakes as you can possibly be, and the Irishman holds on for the moment. So this is another chance for Baldwin. He's slightly further back this time, in fact. He's weaving around a little bit, trying to get into the mirrors of Dara McCormack, and he has. McCormack goes wide at the hairpin. in. And here comes James Baldwin on the inside line.
No, it's going to be the drive off from McCormack as you can see, racing up once again. James Baldwin's going to be close enough now. He's going to look to the inside. You can see on the onboard on the right-hand side of the inset as he sends it in. Baldwin's going to try and take the lead. There's a little bit of contact, but they're still going to be side by side coming out of the arena section. Baldwin backs out. It might be the up and under up towards moment one. It was slow exit though from Dara McCormack. He's got to go around the outside. That's never going to work.
It won't work, and McCormack goes in deep. Here comes Baldwin again into the Sykes curve. It's the outside line, but he will not have the space.
Dara McCormack having to slightly take a defensive line. Here comes James Baldwin though with a sensational send, but it's going to be too deep. Surely it is. Oh my goodness, it's not. But as they come off the corner, the outside line might well prevail. Dara McCormack, and I think Rogers might be through.
This is Josh Rogers on the inside line now. He could do McCormack a big favour. There's contact. Baldwin nearly loses it. I don't know how he saved that. Rogers is around the outside. He's pushed off the road wildly, and Luke Bennett will go through.
Oh
Luke
my goodness.
Bennett's in the second.
This is going to be bad though, because here comes Marcel Chinchik as well. Marcel Chinchik working his way up. He's been one position down after another from James Baldwin, and he drops back to fifth. McCormack and Bennett and Rogers as well. The top three, they'll be moving into finalist mode as we're all starting to lose our voices. My goodness me, that's not just us, that's the crowd as well.
These two are going to get into finalist mode as well though. Dara McCormack did the bulk of the defending and let others get involved. That pushed James Baldwin back, and it means we go on into the final couple of corners. Race 7 here at the Hockenheim Ring is going to go to Dara McCormack. He will get finalist mode along with Luke Bennett and Josh Rogers, who join him on the podium. Chinchik and Baldwin have now let this get out of control as this race has gone on. Unbelievable race once again. Dara McCormack breathes a sigh of relief just a little bit. Let's get this race underway. The red lights will be coming on to an all-RAG front row. Marcel Chinchik and Erhan Yuyovski off the line together. It's very even. Yuyovski immediately makes a good start and pulls over to Dara McCormack to try and block him in. Chinchik will take the line. McCormack shoulders him off. Outside line for McCormack into turn one. Chinchik will defend. Here goes McCormack around the outside. Moritz Lerner into all of them. They're all over the case. Here goes McCormack. He'll go through on Yuyovski very possibly, but what a start that was.
Liuzzi, eat your heart out. Where did Moritz Lerner come from in all of that? And this is massive for Marcel Chinchik, because of course Erhan Yuyovski's going to fight Dara McCormack. It's nearly a second lead for the Hungarian. This could be massive for RAG. To the inside, Dara McCormack goes for the outside line, generally prevails here as he gets his way through. This could be big for the Irishman.
Here goes Dara McCormack round the outside. Marcel Chinchik is away and gone at the moment. Side by side through Lesmo 1. Erhan Yuyovski is playing the perfect teammate at the moment. He's in second place. Dara McCormack couldn't get through.
Let's take a look as to what exactly happened with Moritz Lerner. You can kind of see there in the tiny little speck of red and white. So he's trying to get to the outside of, I think, James Baldwin. He drives his way in way too deep. That's why he got the drive through.
Wow. Yeah, I thought it was going to be an innocent party in that when I first saw it.
Here comes Dara McCormack. He's trying to get past Erhan Yuyovski. He's trying to get up into second place. Joshua Rogers trying to follow him as well. As Erhan Yuyovski might get muscled out here, but he's doing an amazing job for his teammate. But this could be big for Dara McCormack.
Surely Dara McCormack will go through now, even though the Audi has his nose in front. Josh Rogers will be involved in this as well, you'd imagine. It could be free wide. He'll push McCormack as much as possible. Josh Rogers to the inside with free wide into the second chicane, and the Australian will go through.
Whoa!
There's contact, and Rogers is through. There's more contact, and McCormack is pushed backwards. The RAC drivers around the outside now. It's Josh Rogers who's in second.
Listen to the noise in here. Porsche Commander have brought their entire fan base. My goodness me. As to the inside, it's James Baldwin on Bennett. They're fighting regardless. They're trying to do something, and Kevin Siggy's going to come through his three wide again.
It's not particularly helping his teammate either, Kevin Siggy, but he's there anyway. anyway. This is going to get tight in towards Ascari.
Oh my goodness me.
Benito as well. Oh my goodness. Yoni Tomala side by side with him. Inside line for Bennett. He's through. Baldwin and Siggy go side by side through Ascari, as do Benito and Tomala in the two BMWs. And Marco Payet is here as well.
Unbelievable.
This is the move for Darren McCormack though on Erhan Yayoski. Eventually what saw him go through. It took a very long time though, didn't it? He was on the inside line at turn 1, then through the curve at Grande as well when you've got the shortest run through there, which is a good idea, but Yayoski plays this well, pushing him as much as is legal, and then Josh Rogers makes it 3 wide.
Yeah, I mean, even seeing this on replay, it almost deserves a clap. That is sensational from Joshua Rogers down the inside, just squeezing over a little bit, making a little bit of contact, just about fending off Darren McCormack. That was insane. That shows how good Joshua Rogers is in his quality.
And I forgot about this. This is 3 wide into Ascari. The biggest Marco Payet sandwich you've ever seen, or was that Baldwin? It was Baldwin, wasn't it? Sorry.
Yeah.
With the 2 red lines either side of him. It was Bennett getting through, and then Benito alongside. Sorry, Siggy alongside him. Benito was alongside Tomala there, and McCormack's going through here as well. Rogers is very smart and knows.
That's genius.
He knows that McCormack may even be quicker. Let him try and catch up at the very least. If they start to fight, Rogers will be there as well.
If you ever wanted an example of Joshua Rogers being one of the smartest racers in sim racing, that is it. Darren McCormack, though, he's focused on defending from Yuri Toman, who's got to the inside this time as they head down towards the Retifilio. It will give him the exit around the outside. That's in way too deep. There's battling behind as well.
Benito there goes sailing into turn 1. No idea how that's all happened. Oh, dear me, what a mess this is. Baldwin in the middle of a 3 wide moment involving 2 red lines. He's going to want to go to the inside. There's he's in the wall. James Baldwin down to 11th.
And Marcel Cinčić, after 8 thrilling races here in the ESL R1 Major, is going to come through the Parabolica, and he is to be crowned our first champion. It is Marcel Cinčić with $45,000 extra, with a trophy as well and a championship. It is Cinčić on top in the most incredible style.
Fully deserved. And look at the emotion down there as well.
Absolutely amazing.
Your spring major champion, Marcel Cinčić. I go over to celebrate with Erhan Yayoski as well.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hey! Let's go! The ESL R1 Major champion himself, Marcel. Congratulations from me and everybody here.
Awesome.
What a whale of a time, and €45,000 as well.